Hey guys, this week we're going to kind of expand from last week and take a learning check. Those of you who showed up for the live, you know that we are going to have lives every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Okay, so let's get started. Let's look at our exponent rules first. And this should be a review from last week and last year. But any number raised to the power of 0 is equal to 1. So I can say 3 to the power of 0, and that's going to equal 1. I could say 99 to the power of 0, and that's still going to equal 1. So that's one rule that will be on your learning check this week, just a simple one. Okay, rule number 2 is what happens when I have negative exponents, and we did have a short lesson on that last week. So let's say that I have 3 to the negative second power. It is not a negative answer. I repeat, it is not a negative answer. It is a fractional answer. So it is 1 over 3 to the second. So it's 1 over the positive form, and so that would be 1 over 9. If I have 2 to the negative third, then that's going to be equal to 1 over 2 to the third, which is just going to be 1 over 8, because 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 8. Right? Our third rule is what happens when I'm multiplying exponents with the same base. So let's say I have x to the third times x to the sixth. When I'm multiplying with the same base, I just add my exponent. So this would just be x to the 9th power. Okay, when I'm dividing, let's say I have y to the 7th divided by y to the 4th. When I'm dividing with the same base, then I just subtract my exponents. So 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. And then our last exponent rule is going to be what happens if I raise a power to a power. And what I mean by that, let's say that I have x to the second power, and then I have parentheses, and then I have an exponent on the outside. So it's kind of like you have an exponent on top of an exponent, and so you're just multiplying there, and that's going to give me x to the 8th. So these are your 5 basic integer rules that, like I said, should be a review, but you're going to be applying them in some more complex problems as the week goes through, as well as these rules will be on your quiz on Friday. The last one, which should be new, is called the power over root rule. And that's if we have something like this: the cube root of x to the 9th power. Okay, so we want to rewrite this as an exponent. So the way we do that, we write it as a fraction, a fractional exponent. We would say the power, which is 9, over the root, which is equal to 3. And then if we can simplify that, if it gives us a whole number answer, we would say x to the third, because 9 divided by 3 is 3. So that would be the exponent form of this. On the reverse side of that, let's say that we have x to the 2/3, and we want to write it as a radical. So we know that 2 is the power, so we're going to go ahead and put x squared on the inside because it's power over root. And then we would put the 3 on the outside. So that's the new rule that we're going to be interchanging with this week. So these 6 rules, this will be 6 of the 10 questions, just going back over these rules. 2 of the questions at the end of the week will be simplifying radicals, which I will discuss in our live a little more tomorrow. And then we'll look at some problems where we have to apply 2 or more of these 6 rules. Okay, so that's going to be our focus this week.